This is an audio check, guys. Let me know in the chat if you can hear me. Okay, we'll get started in a sec. Hang on, let me turn this on. We can... Oh, damn, the names are going over a little bit. How you all going, everyone? How you all going? No coffee tonight. I've got some Bundy rum, some Dark and Stormy. Welcome, Pub Test. I see you there on the Twitch. How you going? Our Twitch admin. I've been painting the house today, so that's why I'm on the Bundy rum. And I've been trying to record, you know, videos for... Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to... Oh, we haven't officially started yet. Yeah, we'll say that. We haven't officially started yet. Let me just tweak it. See how your names are going over ever so slightly? That just annoys me. That just annoys me. Which one? So just humor me, everyone. Just humor me. There we go. There we go. You know, I should get organized. Why is it I always refine this when I'm doing my bloody line? Oh, hang on, no. Oh, shit. Oh well. Oh, you can all enjoy this as part of the fun, everyone, while I screw this all up. Actually, can I just cancel it? Nope. Oh well. It's all good. We'll do this here. We'll do this here. There we go. There we go. So we haven't officially started yet. Oh shit, we have. Okay. Let me just make sure. Oh, look at that. Bloody hell. Crusher, your name's too big. Your name's too big. That'll do. Okay. Hey, Kathy, how you going? Thank you very much for the super chat. What have you said? I spoke with my sister today. She says they're not happy about the lockdown, but they just want it to be over and done with. She sounded very resigned and a bit depressed. I am seriously worried for her. That's Have any of you been following good old Adams on the Twitter? And he's sharing stories about people offing themselves. The problem is you can't get any data to see how much of an impact this is actually having, because they release that a year later. They don't want people to be copycatting. So, yeah. So I've got my Bundy rum, everyone. So I think we need something a bit harder than coffee tonight. Let's have a look at this Roy Morgan data. I'll just wait for a few more of you to come in and to share any other stories. How are you all going? Have you all had a good week? Have you all had a good week? Expenus was depressed before the lockdown, so it doesn't really make any difference. Well, you know, it hasn't changed our life at the slightest, to be honest. We've been living, you know, if I still had the office, if I still had the staff, it would be a nightmare, but we're quite fortunate. But a lot of people aren't. Pretty good week, great week. Piss poor week, now on holiday for 2 weeks. Yes, being in Queensland, plenty of places to still go. Good. I have my yoga teacher assessment tomorrow morning. Good work, Maria. You know, I got kicked out of yoga at high school because I didn't take it seriously. They had us to do the warrior pose. And I couldn't respect it. I was a smart ass. Kathy had a great week. Hope your family is well and the baby is happy. Yes, Eddie is doing well. He's lifting his head and moving around. He's doing good. All the kids... I recorded this video this morning that I just released before, which was about the, what was it, Equal Pay Day. And in it I'm saying, oh, you know, I want the kids to go out and play and be creative. And what happened today was the neighbor up the street, she came over and, you know, her son was there and they were playing with our kids. And we were just sitting and chatting, as you do, in the kitchen, eating some of Rachel's fantastic food. And I'll just readjust that with the rum. Hang on, let me move this over. Sorry about that, everyone. So, what the kids had gotten up to, they'd gotten every towel, blanket, mattress, put them all in the living room so they could jump off the couch through the air to create a trampoline. Now, it's good, it's creative play. It's a bloody mess, and it's probably why I went through about 3 of these rums tonight cleaning it up, but you kind of want them to be able to do that, don't you? Oh. So, let's have a look at this one, guys. We've got 50 people viewing on the, or 48 viewing on the YouTube, 2 on Twitch. Remember, you can follow us on Twitch as well. I generally use it for live streams. I was actually thinking of doing some Let's Plays of Papers, Please, and seeing if I could get a mod to change it to Victoria. So Biteman thinks it's Stockholm Syndrome. Baxter Brisbane, Mrs. being a crib, should have made a blanket fortress. And WJ loves the lockdown and wants it like this forever. So Crest Cutter is thinking this Roy Morgan is pure rubbish. Well, let's have a look. Let's see. It doesn't matter if it's pure rubbish, mate. If it gets in the media and then people start hearing it repeated again and again in the media, then they'll believe it. Didn't someone say that before? 50 isolated people looking for something to do. Maybe. So let's have a look at this. And I'm going to have a shot of rum. I suggest you do too. Okay. Hang on, Not Me is telling us we need to go to Dan Andrews' Facebook page. I can only take that in small doses, mate. I can only take that much leftism in small doses. I've read my bloody feminist woke article this morning, so I've done my stint. You know, I've gone through my 6-pack of Bundy rum. That's why I'm doing a live stream. So, a special Roy Morgan Snap SMS survey on 6 of Victoria's Stage 4 restrictions showed large majorities of Victorians in support of 5 of the 6 restrictions, while views are split more evenly on whether Melburnians should be able to visit the homes of immediate family measures. A snap SMS poll. So maybe, yeah, maybe it is bullshit, but we'll have to see. But then again, it is, you know, Law Green is saying most Victorians lack in brain function. Well, technically, I was born in Victoria, guys. So does that make me a Victorian? How long do I have to live in Queensland to be considered a Queenslandian? But then again, I was born back when I just left. I think we had Jeff Kennett down there. Did you hear him going off on the news? That's entertaining. Of all Victorians, 43% say Melburnians should be able to visit the homes of immediate family members, which rises to 45% of residents of Melbourne and 47% of younger Victorians aged under 35. The majority, 52% of all the Victorians aged 65 plus, who were prevented by this restriction from seeing their grandchildren, say Melburnians should be able to visit the homes of their immediate family. This is despite being the age group at the greatest risk during the pandemic. See, this is the thing. How many oldies do you know? How many oldies do you know that don't give a crap about this? That wouldn't mind just taking the risk. I know a few. Maybe it's just the people I know. Maybe it's just Queenslanders. We're just all like that, aren't we? Aren't we all a bit rougher up here, apparently? Must be the rum. So, The lowest support for allowing visits to homes of immediate family members is among Victorians aged 35 to 49 at 33%. So, I mean, you're saying this is fake, but that makes a lot of sense. You know, that's where your Karens are. Your 35 to 49-year-olds. You know, who are the age group most likely to be living in the same house as their children already. So it's think of the children. It's think of the children. But aren't children the least ones to worry about, isn't it? They're the ones that have absolutely no element of risk or so insignificant. For other restrictions, an overwhelming majority of Victorians say mask wearing should be compulsory. In Victoria, 89%. Schools and daycare centres in Melbourne should not be open to everyone, 76%. Melbourne's restaurant, hotels, clubs, cafes should not be able to provide table service with proper social distancing, 75%. The 8 p.m. to 5 a.m. curfew in Melbourne should not be ended, 72%. And Melburnians should not be able to travel more than 5 kilometres of their homes, 71%. 71%. And by this isn't keto. The special Roy Morgan Snap SMS survey was conducted with a Victoria-wide cross-section of 2,110 Victorians aged 18 plus, conducted on Tuesday, August the 25th, Wednesday, August the 26th. Now, people are saying that, it's a lie, it's fake. Guys, I see your comments there, but I don't know. Yeah, I know I'm breaking my ketosis. I'm about to do a 7-day fast. You know, I promised my sister-in-law she's going to do a first ever fast. So we're all doing it together. So I'm hitting the rum today. But come on. I can see people in that age group being quite supportive. How many BLM protesters are there? They would all eat this stuff up. How many people are authoritarians? Read the Herald Sun's comments. Send me a link, Mad. Send me a link to it, would you? Then I can look at it tonight. Views in Melbourne and country Victoria are similar, but Melburnians are more likely to want the ability to travel more than 5 kilometres from their home and visit the home of their immediate family. The call to make mask wearing compulsory is consistent across both residents of Melbourne, 90%. Well, it is a green electorate, isn't it? And people in country Victoria, 87%. The biggest difference between how Melburnians and country Victorians view the stage 4 restrictions relate to travelling more than 5 kilometres from one's home. Just under a third of Melburnians, 31%, say they should be able to travel more than 5 kilometres from their home, while only 22% of country Victorians say they should be able to... What? Only 22%. The second largest difference relates to being allowed to visit the homes of one's immediate family. Nearly half of Melburnians, 45%, say they should be able to visit the homes of their immediate family, while under 2/5 of country Victorians, 38%, say the same about residents of Melbourne, a difference of 7 points. The survey was conducted 3 weeks after the introduction of stringent Stage 4 restrictions in Melbourne, and as Victoria Premier Daniel Andrews sought to convince Parliament to grant him a 12-month extension to the declared state of emergency due to expire in mid-September. People surveyed in Victoria were each asked 3 of the following 6 questions to determine their attitude towards the current Victorian Government Stage 4 directives. So question 1. Melbourne residents are currently restricted from travelling more than 5 kilometres from their homes for exercise or buying essential items such as food. Should Melbourne residents now be free to travel more than 5 kilometres from their home? 29% said yes, 71% said no. Question 2. Melbourne's restaurants, hotels, clubs, cafes are only allowed to offer takeaway or food delivery services. Should Melbourne's restaurants, hotels, cafes, clubs now be allowed to provide table service with proper social distancing? 25% said yes, 75% said no. Question 3. At present, Melbourne has a curfew from 8 p.m. to 5 a.m. Should the curfew end now or not? Yes is 28%, no is 72%. Question 4. Question 4. Hang on. Melbourne residents are currently banned from visiting homes of immediate family members, with the exception of delivering care or essential services. Should Melbourne residents now be able to visit the home of immediate families? Only 45% said yes, 57% said no. Question 5. Every person living in Victoria must wear a face covering, such as a mask, while leaving home. Should wearing masks be compulsory in Victoria or not? 89% said yes. 11% said no. In question 6, only permitted workers are allowed to send their children to daycare centres and schools. Should schools and daycare centres in Melbourne be reopened to everyone? 24% said no and 76% said... No, sorry, I got it the wrong way around. 24% said yes and 76% said no. Wow. Insane... HP said, get ready for stage 3 in 2 weeks. Yeah, we'll probably get it here. We'll probably get it here, I think. Honestly. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, that's part of the reason why we've got 8 months worth of food. Thanks for the super chat, Yogi Bear. We've got no help for Melbourne. Well, I mean, look how they voted. Look who's in power there. Seeing this worries me, because the politicians can't back down anymore. You know, they can't back down anymore, guys. And they're committed. Damien, it's not a government agency survey, it's a Roy Morgan survey. Well, I like their unemployment surveys, the methodology they use there. See, this is the thing, you can hope it's fake news, guys, but I've got a sneaky suspicion there are a lot of people in Victoria that love the authoritarian rule that they're getting there. I've got a sneaky suspicion with that. Australia's a pretty left-leaning country, guys. You know? You can't just say it's fake. You need to give some information as a counter-argument. Until then, this is all we have. I mean, look at the protests. Look at what happened in Dandenong. The numbers weren't the same as the BLM protests. That's the thing. It's just not the same numbers. It's not the same numbers. I mean, if you got info, send it to me. Sean, the 8 months is the freezer, mate. And I got the little generator. I mean, I've become an ill-prepared prepper. You know, it's embarrassing. I've got a generator now. I've got petrol. And don't worry, I cycle it through the car. So I keep filling it up. Not that I need it, but... Rachel's actually working on a video, and she's actually put a lot of work into it, because normally we buy half a kale, she bought a whole one. So she's just going to edit it up. Megs tells me they're lying. Who are they? Who's lying? That's the question. The people answering the survey? So only 28% want an end to the curfew, but men are more likely to want it to end than women. I mean, come on, MGTOW bros, what do you think? Just over a third of Victorians, 28%, said the Melbourne curfew between the hours of 8 p.m. and 5 a.m. should end. But it is this question that provides the biggest gap between the genders. Around a third of Victorian men, 32%, want the curfew to end now, compared to only 24% in Melbourne. The difference in attitudes by age brought out by views on daycare and schools. Whoa, thanks for that super chat, Kathy. I can't see it coming up here. Your chat rate's at 24, guys. You're going crazy. I get treatment at RBWH on Monday, and the rules are stricter this time than during the last lockdown. They might even ask me to wear a mask. Then get a good one for lead paint stripping. That'll actually protect you from all the diseased people. The other ones will just protect them from you. You know, and then you'll look like Darth Vader or Bane. People get out of your way when you're walking around. You look like a real nutter. There's this survival YouTuber I watch, or I did watch, and still do every now and then, a Survival Lily, and she has like this full hazmat get-up that she goes on to go shopping. It's quite funny. The freedom protest on the 5th of September. How's that all going? I thought it was taken down. You know? Captain Kirk asked if Labour pays for this. I don't think it would matter, to be honest. I don't think it would matter. So wait, was the guy charged with sedition? What happened? I haven't been following. What's happened? I'm going to wear my fake news. I was actually thinking of getting, because I get some masks. Oh yeah, the methadone clinic, or the shooting up clinics. Oh, that's a whole other stupid thing. I was actually thinking of getting some masks made up, or just designing some up. Instead of saying flatten the curve, to go flatten the economy, or flatten the curve and then put the GDP going down. So, thanks for the super chat, Shane. Appreciate it, mate. I've got up here, I've got your chats when I can filter them in to make them appear down the bottom, and it's going all over the place. Should work a bit faster. Anyway, let's have a look at daycare centers and school. So, the largest spread between the different age groups relate to views on whether daycare and schools should be reopened for everyone in addition to childcare or permitted workers only. Stansky thinks it's Stockholm Syndrome. What's worse, if it's Stockholm Syndrome or if people actually like it? You know? Random letters, X channel saying 2110. It is a, I mean, that's a statistically significant sample size. That's a statistically significant sample size. You know, that's how it works. That's why they can call elections pretty early. The largest spread between the different age groups relates to views on whether daycare and schools should be reopened for everyone in addition to children or permitted workers only. Only 18% of Victorians under age 35 said daycare centres and schools should be reopened to everyone in Victoria, which raises to 26% for 35 to 49-year-olds. 25% of 50 to 64-year-olds, and well over a third of Victorians aged over 65%, more than double the rate. So we're seeing this here. This is the thing, guys. Yochin Quetzal. Thanks, mate. You know I'm good with names if you're a regular viewer here. You know, it's my art, my skill. Notice here how the oldies, they think people should be able to visit their family. They should think daycare should be open. Roy Morgan, Michelle Levine says large majorities of Victoria agree with the stage 4 restrictions introduced in Melbourne to halt the spread of the pandemic. A special Roy Morgan SMS survey. Oh, we've already read that. So here we go. We can look at the breakup. I'll have a rum with this one. I'm running low. People are asking how many businesses are leaving. There's no after this. People don't think. I mean, how many people want to leave Victoria? That's a good question. It really is. I had one viewer, he wanted to take his family back over to Europe, and he was denied the right. Wanted to move out, wanted to leave the country. Should Melbourne restaurants, cafes, hotels be allowed to open, provide table service with proper social distancing? So 68% of the oldies want it. All Victorians are 75. The under 35s, they want it. So the worst are men, saying no. Maybe it's because men don't want to go to restaurants. or it's a great excuse to not take the women out to dates. What do you think? Oh, honey, we can't go to that restaurant. Sorry, we'll just get takeout. Yeah, and watch some TV at home. What about Netflix and chill? Maybe that's the factor in this. You know. Then you got the 35 to 49-year-olds. Under 35s, don't worry. The oldies are worried. Question 2. Here we go. Should they be free to travel? So yes, men were at 32%. The oldies were at 29. Still higher than the 50 to 65 and level with everyone else. There's country in Melbourne regarding the curfew. What are we looking at there? Escape to WA. I'm in Japan. Everything is open. The caseload is far greater than Australia. Oh, well, there you go. I mean, Japan's a different culture too, isn't it? Be much easier to maintain order. It just seems insane, doesn't it? Oh, the World Economic Reset. Did you watch my video, my live stream when we went through that? That one was entertaining. Very entertaining. Turned everyone into a conspiracy theorist overnight. We all start sounding like Alex Jones. Hang on, I need to sell vitamin water now, everyone. By HeiseSays brand, what is it? Brain Juice, Brain Force. You know, I gotta tear my shirt off. At least he's entertaining. All that can be said for Ellen. So question 4. Should Melbourne residents now be able to visit the homes of their immediate family by city, country on age? So here we go. So yes, no. Under 35s. Most of them are saying no. 35s to 49s. Most of them are saying no. All Victorians. Most of them are saying no. Most of them are saying no. But here, the oldest, the highest risk factor are saying yes. They're the only group that are saying yes. Svetka's going, it's not a conspiracy when it's true. Well, it could still be. Technically, it could still be people conspiring together to achieve something. It's not nefarious if they're doing it in public. I mean, is a conspiracy... Hang on, let me have a... Okay, secret plan, okay. Well, it could have been, and then no longer is. No. That could be it. That could be it. Hang on. I've lost some things here. Question 6. Should daycare centers be open? Again, you know, the oldies don't care. And should wearing a mask be compulsory? I want to see that by age. Why isn't that by age? Okay, the oldies. They're only slightly above the 35 ones. They're still lower than the 50 to 60s. They're still lower than under 31. Under 35 are the highest. The oldies, which are most likely statistically to cop it, care the least. You know? DHMC, damn well lucky I don't live bullying on my means. By the way, I hope you're well this evening. Yes, all good. I've just put another coat on a wall. I bought this 3-in-1 bloody paint so I can encapsulate the lead paint. I've been testing different ways to strip lead paint off my house. I've been using the, you know, scraping it. I've been putting the paint remover on it. Then I've been heating it and then scraping off before it fumes. And then I've just been, you know, whacking so much paint on it you don't notice. At least they're the bits we're going to demolish. So guys, there we have it. I think one thing we can take from this is we can certainly identify which age groups has the majority of Karens in it. Middle-aged. Looks like it's the women. What do you think? What do you think? Now, the people who are saying this is heat guns are good, the Rotman is saying yes. Oh, actually, I should have taken a photo of this. Where is it? I should have taken a photo. I went to Bunnings to buy some new paintbrushes, and I saw, because I got a little Ozito heat gun, which was bloody cheap. I saw another brand that was even half the price for that, like $25 for a little heat gun. You know, oh, the masks do work when you're stripping lead paint, and but how can we manufacture anything in Australia when it's so bloody cheap? The Observer's a painter. You can give me tips, mate. I'm one of these cheap bastards that just wants to do it myself. It's actually quite relaxing. I listen to podcasts when I'm doing it. It's a bloody tough gig, mate. It's a tough game. USA made. Purdy paintbrushes. Okay. I'll have to have a look. I bought some real shit cheap ones from, you know, of course, made from China. They're for fence brushes or something. So I'm going to chuck them out when I do the proper coat, the final coat. You know. So, Meg, sign me up, Heise. This is all bullshit. Damien Oz is bullshit. Yeah. See, this is the thing you have to realize, everyone. The danger is that with the media that you consume, that you're maybe, you know, an advocate or a voice against this, the people you seek out, and maybe, you know, we're only hearing from groups of people that are, well, either libertarians and are angry with this, or people that are just resistant to being locked down, or people that have alternative opinions on the best strategy to mitigate this disease, when there are a whole lot of other people that just will blindly accept the headlines, will listen to everything Koshy says, and that's being reflected in the poll here. What do you think is more likely, that this is a manipulated piece of surveying to justify the lockdowns, or that the people are, you know, lapping it up and like the secure and soft embrace from the government to protect them? Can I do a poll on this thing? How do I do a poll? How do I do a poll? Do I do that? Probably can't. Statists, yes. Seems like Aussies have lost their fighting spirit. Time for a 5-year plan. People need to do research. Yeah, you know, but people don't do a lot of things. I'm saying the politics is fake. Some people don't believe the whole story. Watched an Aussie 60 Minutes interview. The reporter's just trying to talk Trump. It was nuts. Oh, well, there's nothing else in America besides Trump, is there? I've actually lost subscribers from my Trump video. That was funny. Funny. I'm trying to generate some American content, guys. You know, since Google is going to be destroyed by the Australian government, I need to get some American viewers. So send me anything American you know. So, The Realist... Where is it? Where can I find your comments? You're saying 100... I call bullshit. 100% of the people I know hate them. Hate the policies. Could just be the people you know, mate. That's the thing. That's the thing. Meg's F. Heise, I agree. There's a bad flu going around. My neighbor had COVID. It's the flu. I had the flu, and I looked at it, and the symptoms are exactly the same as mild pandemic. But if you look at the mild symptoms, you can't even tell if you got it or not, because it could just be being sick or just working hard, or I've got a sore throat because I did 4 hours of videos in a day or something, you know? Florian in American politics. Oh, you'd love it, Jason. Come on, mate. Come on, you work for the Americans, mate. The rules don't make sense. A support worker was tested today because she works in aged care. There is a risk there in aged care. I mean, that's the thing. The biggest risk is in aged care. The biggest risk is in aged care. You tune in for the humor. Good stuff, mate. Efficacy, Thomas is saying, in good news, Dr. John Campbell released a video about evidence for the efficacy of HCQ. Good. I mean, I'm still of the opinion that reducing your blood glucose level and just improving your general health is probably the best thing that we can all do on a daily basis. You know, to actually to improve our chances. Aches and pains are a symptom. I'm screwed. Well, yeah. Being, you know, tired is a symptom. Apparently diarrhea, that's why everyone went nuts over the toilet paper. Tom, and getting sunlight. Yeah, vitamin D. Vitamin D. Health is wealth. Yeah. Yep, you realize that. And being healthy is important. That's the thing. For me, going down this whole a ketogenic diet path, all the, you know, hours upon hours binge watching lectures from Low Carb Down Under, just learning about all the bullshit in our dietary guidelines that the medical profession are required to follow. And just some of the legal cases that came out, that's why I'm quite skeptical about what's put to us from authority figures. It's you know, it's that simple. But of course, this Bundy Rum hashtag not sponsored, and this video has probably now been demonetized because I held up some alcohol. Bloody YouTube has is not ketonic. It's not keto. This is just sugar and carbs. It is going to completely chuck me out of keto. But sometimes, when you're reading about the majority of Victorians loving an authoritarian rule over them, you just want to have some drinks. Pub Test thinks they're all Karens over on Twitch. Dark Helmet saw a passionate video of a guy wanting to open back up in the US, calling government workers cowards. Well, I mean, they still get paid. They still get paid. Thomas is going, everyone dies, the very stoic view. Yeah. I mean, I honestly think the issue is that we now have a society which is so afraid of death. We've got a majority secular society. No one even thinks about death anymore, or they avoid it. You know. I think we need to have a look. There's a YouTuber called what is it? Ask a Mortician. It's all about the death positive movement. It's quite interesting. Quite interesting. Thanks for the super chat, Svetka. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I'll have a drink of rum for you. It's good. It's good. Should be worried about how we're going to live and not die. Yeah, I like that. I mean, you need to look at the Stoic approach, where sometimes you deny yourself things. You know, exposure therapy to poverty, exposure therapy to not eating, to starvation. But we can't, you know, we can't even worry about it anymore. People can't handle it. Doctors should be allowed to prescribe HCQ. They've weighed up the evidence. Right now, they're not allowed to. One question I have is, what are the chances of them potentially mistaking people just recovering themselves and having confirmation bias with it, saying that it's working? What if people are just going to get over it themselves most of the time? If you're healthy and if you're fit. I'd honestly think that could be happening. Just look up the mild symptoms, guys. It's crazy, you know. How many people can't tell they have it? That's the real issue. I mean, you saw today Andrews was going about all the poor people that die, but they're all, you know, 70 and above, some over 90. All in homes. You know? Brett has a an attraction to the woman on Ask a Mortician. She's a bit too much of a lefty, mate. That's my my one concern. Roscoe's thinking it could be a placebo. Might be. Might be. Jeff, thank you for becoming a member. Thanks for being a supporter. Appreciate it, mate. Okay, so it was a statistically significant result. Well, I mean, to be brutally honest, I don't consider myself at any risk in the slightest, nor my family. So that's why I'd advocate for diet, honestly. How many people do you think would be pre-diabetic and don't even know it? And that would increase their risks, as we saw in that paper published in the conversation. When will the vaccine to protect against Andrews become available? First, last, I think Alpha Omega. I think Andrews may get in again. Isn't he the new hot tip? The hot tip for the leadership of the Labour Party? Never avoid a... What is it? A disaster. I've only had 4 rums. Thanks for the super chat, Thomas. I will put it towards Bundy Rum. Supporting local Queensland business. Maybe I should be drinking 4X, but I can't. Oh, yeah, I can do it. Who am I kidding? I'm a bogan at heart. Don't need to pretend. I don't need to pretend. So, how many Victorians do we have on the stream, guys? Let us know. How many Victorians? How's it all going down there? How are you handling it? Never let a good crisis go to waste. Yes, thank you. Thanks, Beck. SH is from Victoria. Oh, what? Yep, they limited this video. I just checked. Oh, YouTube's being so, let's just say rigorous at the moment. It's crap in Melbourne. Dank Tank has had enough. Doing nothing, eat, sleeping, and watching your channel. A Victorian here. Just found out the reservoir in my area has had its filter turn off. Oh, what's going on with the water, guys? What's going on with the water? I saw some things in the news. I haven't really been following it. Ah, Thomas, you mentioned it. Okay, well, I mean, it doesn't really matter. You know, it's just part of it. It's a theory that people can apply. But the danger, I can understand where YouTube is coming from, because you don't want people peddling false hope. There's a lot of people that will take advantage of people who are sick or who are desperate and will sell them false hope. And you know, there's one doctor, and one of the medicine, you know, the cures he has for cancer is essentially injecting bleach into people and all this rubbish. There's a lot of really twisted people out there that are pushing rubbish. So you got to be careful. That's the thing. That's the trap. Kayak 85 can't go on his bike ride again out on Twitch. We had a protest in Dandenong. Were you there, Agent Smith? How'd it go? I only saw some of the footage. Dandenong is leading the freedom movement. Well, I did grow up in Coldstream. Yeah, that's the thing. It's only the people who can work remotely. You're right. ZYZZ. Bruh. Brendan's asking, why would people protest now? They're probably getting frustrated. Daniel Smith is from Victoria. Biteman Coldstream is Millionaire's Row now, Florian? No, it's not. It's a shithole. It's not a Millionaire's Row, is it? Bloody oath, I hope not. My parents shouldn't have sold a house there. It's a big one. It can't be. It was always a dive. Daniel, 3 months from graduating, unable to find work. Companies can't do interviews. Chippy here lost 3 jobs out of this bullshit. It's next door to Lilydale, which is a mill. Lilydale isn't a mill, is it? Is Lilydale posh? Come on, Lilydale High was a shit school. Well, then it has been the 80s, isn't it? It's been a while. Lilydale is a real bogan joint now. Used to have Rellos here too. Well, I mean, we don't live there anymore. My father moved to Coldstream because it was still a local call from the centre of Melbourne. Sold a 4-bedroom home, 100 square meters for 1.1 million last week. What in Lilydale? Shit, $1 million in Lilydale. Meg misses the 80s. Brett is surprised the majority lasted this long under lockdown. Victoria, the indoor state. Oh, shit. We need to get that put on a shirt. We need to get that put on a shirt. Fun fact, I'm learning coding now. I'm a tradie. Have to learn new skills to get rid of running out of a job. Yes, that's what you're going to have to do, mate. A tradie that can code, 2 skills. What's your trade? What, Lilydale was close. How much is Box Hill? Is Box Hill an expensive suburb? Box Hill would be the Sunnybank version of Victoria, and where all the Chinese go. Apprentice Sparky on JobKeeper, working 1 day per week, earning more than my normal 40-hour week. Oh, shit, mate. Well, don't piss that money away. Save it. Save it. Turn it into a passive income somehow. Save it. I mean, tradies, you're meant to, you know, earning shit money as an apprentice, it's just part of the way, mate. It's part of the way. You got to learn. You know? You got to learn. Box Hill is expensive. Chinese theatre's head of the dragon. Okay, cool. Oh, good. Look at that. Liam's saving 75%. Mate, you need to look up, what is that movement? Financial independence, retire early. Get into that with some of the young boys. You know, being a trade, you can make good money. Get your own business going. Well, if construction comes back. Box Hill is the Feng Shui hub. Yeah, we had people doing that at uni. They flew the communist Chinese flag at Box Hill Police Station, I believe. Yeah, and we've got, I mean, it's funny because we have the Falun Gong protesters on the street, or at least warning about it. Because Sunnybank is the Chinese suburb here, and you got people that just, they hate the CCP with a passion. With a passion. So the police are saying the protesters are crazy. Bought some land in Mount Evelyn. Mount Evelyn, I remember that from a kid. I remember that as a kid. Going all around there. I mean, that was it. My father immigrated to Melbourne. Got a job there. On to the coffee. Liam is going, I lived in Box Hill my whole life. I play Spot the White Person when I walk through Box Hill Central. Yeah, mate, that's no different to no different to Sunnybank. I go to the local shops, and you go to the nice shops. The nice shops, you know, feel fine and normal. But then you go to some of the more dodgier shopping centres, and it feels like I'm in Kowloon in Hong Kong. All the really cheap, dodgy fit-outs. You know, I haven't tried to go. You know, but maybe I should go in there and start negotiating the prices down like I did when I was in Hong Kong. But I never go shopping anyway. I never go shopping. Seahawk is saying police in Victoria won't support a Victorian-style lockdown. Now, I've had some Facebook messages sent to me by someone who claimed to be a copper in Victoria going, you know, morale is really low. We can't use the powers that we've been given. If this goes on through September, some people want to rebel or don't want to do it. I mean, there's the thing. Do you think the coppers want to do this? Would you sign up for it? How many people would sign up to do this type of shit down in Victoria? You know? The scary thing is who's going to be attracted to the force now? Who's going to be attracted to the force? Maybe there needs to be, you know, the police need to just refuse to fine people. Or go on strike, or have a blue flu. Stay in Queensland, Florian Rotman staying. Yeah, I'm not going anywhere, mate. I've got a house which has a shitload of work that needs to be done. Needs a lot of work done. You know. Yes, Freddie? That's a gun. I'm recording a video, hey?
This is a toy gun.
Yeah, okay. You gonna go upstairs? Yeah. Good night. Okay. Sorry, guys. Freddie came with his toy gun. How are we all going? Sorry, what did I miss? And he's gone. No, I'm back here, mate. Frederick came down with his laser gun. It's he's still got a bit of time till his bedtime. Chair stream. What's this? Heise does Pauline Hanson still got her fish and chip shop? Nah, mate, I don't think she has. That was in Ipswich. Ipswich, it ain't doing too well. It ain't doing too well. Yeah, daddy duty calls. Yep. Yeah. Dark Helmet knows the Star Wars gun. I got it from Kmart for $5. Only one of them has survived, and I'm surprised it's lasted this long. You know, it's surprised it's lasted this long. You know. Brad's thinking the whole to fund the police movement is so they can bring in world police. Silver Bull, pigs ask Victorians support the lockdown. I don't know, mate. We'll find out at the next election. We'll find out at the next election. I mean, look at look at, what is it? NT. Labor won. We'll have to see what happens here in Queensland. I need to get in touch. Let's have a look, actually. Let's have a look if Renew actually got across the line to get as a registered party. Election participants, registered political parties. It doesn't look like they made it here. When's the next election? In Queensland it's soon. I think 60 days or something. I'll have to go through all the parties we can vote for here. Trouble about, yes, this is a good point. Anyone who watches the Idiot Box Daily believes in the lockdown. Let's have a little survey here. How many of you actually watch TV? How many of you watch TV at all? You know, even a little bit. The only television I would watch would be the online streaming. The online streaming from, what was it? Bloody Bluey. Okay, no, never, nope, don't have a television, no, 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 don't own one, only sport, never owned a television, nope, nope, nope. No, barely ever, TV free for 18 years, nope. Yes, for info, Seahawks, so first one, yes. Don't watch TV other than a bit of Netflix. Netflix doesn't count, no news, only news, no, no, no. Plan Omega from Jason. Does YouTube count? No, it doesn't. No TV for 8 years, no, 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 never, never. How many people here have said no, guys? We're not the demo. We're not the demo. ABC Weather, never watch the TV line, no TV, no free to air. Sky News on YouTube. Yeah, I mean, that doesn't really count, does it? No. No. Rotman got ordered off a property. We live to pick up stuff. No visitors, no mask. Get off my property, she said, not wearing a mask herself. I'm not sure what you're talking about there, mate. Not since 2008. And Thomas watched the footy last night. I get the ABC updates from family members. Never watched TV for 15 years. Only had a TV for smart. Yes, to hear all the bullshit. We're not silly. Never trust a Morgan Paul. Jason Kirchner. River Fire and Christmas carols only. Yes, but I'm not brain dead. Watched Star Trek TNG in 93 on TV was great. I think it's on again. TV is torture. TV is torture. I'm forced to watch 7 News at dinner. At HeiseSays is utterly horrible. There's a reason the mainstream news is classified as entertainment. Had a Jackie Chan marathon. Oh, really? When was that? I'd actually get an aerial for a Jackie Chan marathon, guys. So, I mean, there we go. News is causing a surge of anxiety. So there we go, guys. Aside from Jackie Chan marathons, which we're all fans of, and what is it? Jackie Chan marathons and sports. How many people here are watching news? So that's what you know. We're not the demo, everyone. How many people? I mean, news is still big, isn't it? This is the problem. You can see it with Sargon when he was running over in the UK for the EU elections. You know, you can have a big reach on YouTube. You can talk to a lot of people on YouTube, but it's a different audience. There's a whole lot of people that don't even engage with it, and there's a whole group of people that still get everything from mainstream news. "2020 does seem to be the year of no fun, isn't it? It does seem to be the year of no fun. So Uncommon watches ABC News to see Normie Vision. Normie Vision, that'd make a good t-shirt. Paul said Hillary would win by a mudslide. That's America. That's completely different. That's a political poll in America, very different to what we're looking at here. Very different. SH, we are so obedient it makes me sick. Well, this is Australia. We're not the same. We may feel like, you know, the similarities between Australia and American culture, but there isn't. There's no you know, I'd say there's no unifying heritage of Australia of defiance and overthrowing a regime. You know, this nation wasn't forged in blood and sacrifice, not like others. It's a colony that's still under the Queen. You know, we're not Americans. You know, the idea of liberty doesn't seem to be very popular here in Australia. It doesn't even seem to be considered. Most people are politically apathetic. They don't even care. I mean, what can you think about? If you think back in your own heritage, you know, how far do you have to go back until there's something of monumental effort or monumental achievement in your heritage? How far? Australians, when can you go back to it? The Eureka Stockade, perhaps. The founding of the Federation. Anzac. I mean, you know, the Gallipoli Charter, there were some great moments there. Thanks for the donation, Joel. Appreciate the super chat, mate. So, I mean, it's a little different to United States. You know, it's a little different to other nations. I mean, do we even learn about the Eureka Stockade at school anymore? Do we even learn history anymore? There probably isn't enough time with all the gender studies that they're teaching the kids. And that's a whole other argument. And the stockade was only in one area. Oh, yes, yeah, it was. It was only a small thing. Yeah, here we go. It's not surprising. We're majority immigrants, and not very many of us learnt why it was a good country to migrate to. Yeah. I mean, that's it. That's the sad truth. Mad's got a good comment. Ned Kelly wore a proper mask. Oh shit, yeah, put on a Ned Kelly mask when you're going around. If they're gonna make you wear one, you do it fucking properly. Why not? Why not? Yeah, you know, a bit of arrogance, isn't it? Tom is going, now that was a tin hat. Uncommon sense. They don't want to teach modern history. It might conflict with the narrative. Most recent immigrants are here for the money, not to identify as Australian. I know my father was very proud of his Australian citizenship card. He was very proud of it. It's kind of a different time, though. They paid him to come over here. He did really well. You know, he'd show it off. Heise's internet probably cut off for challenging authority. Am I having internet problems here, guys? Let me know. How's that Bundy? Bundy's gone, mate. I've run out. This is only my fourth one. No, third one. Third one tonight. We had a friend coming over, so we bought a 6-pack. And I think someone gave a super chat. Nico, thank you very much, mate. I appreciate it. Thank you. Brenda's asking, did the stream die for anyone? It looks like a few people are complaining about it. But I'm getting excellent connections here. It could be my internet is a bit dodgy, sadly. You know. Yes, it's dead. Oh, wait. Heise forgot to pay his internet bill. No, I did. They just took it off my credit card, the bastards. Refresh the stream, yeah. Yeah, start it. Reload. Reload the page. Oh, well, you know. These things happen. Heise a £10 pom. Well, no, he was actually out of East Germany and got to West Germany. He applied for Argentina, as Germans do, America, South Africa, and Australia. And Australia was the first to take him, and he came over here. You know? It's all good. Chinese interference. Nah, I mean, just, you gotta understand, guys, YouTube is so big with what they're providing, it's crazy. And they've just started rolling out tons of advertisements everywhere, so their processes are slowing down. At least I've noticed that. Agent Fiasco is on the NBN, he loves it. Dr. Evil, whenever I want to get wound up, I listen to Dan the Scam with his daily updates. Yeah, I know, mate, I know. I know, I heard that too today. You know? I mean, you've got to remember, guys, with these results that we're seeing here, majority of people here in the chat, you don't watch TV. We're not TV consumers, you know. And Victoria is a very left-leaning state. They're a very socialist state. Brett Anthony, East Germany, you mean Prussians? Yes. Yep. Where is it? Yeah. And, I mean, he got out of East to West Berlin, and came here. Messaging from hotel quarantine in Brisbane. Oh, good luck, mate. I hope you're coping. I hope you're coping in there. You know, we'll raise a Bundy and well, I'm out of Bundy, but we've drank enough Bundy for you. You know. Oh, you can't even put all the stuff on the government's tab anymore. It kind of sucks. Dan's updates are terrible. No man. Yeah, it's the same old narrative. Pub Test is asking what would ABC look like under Labor and the Greens. Yeah, well. And he's saying, watch the stream press conferences to get info from the source. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. No, we aren't. Are you saying Victorians aren't lefties? Just look at the election results. That's the thing. Okay, I'm not saying everyone is, but you got a lot of them down there that are. And I'm not saying we're any different up here in Queensland. We're just as bad. But at least we've got some country bumpkins up north, so we get some interesting politicians. You get Katter, you get Hanson, you know. It makes it a bit more entertaining. But everything that happened in Victoria, I guarantee you the same thing could happen here in Queensland. 100%. Bet ya. Well, Megs is drinking vodka, apparently. You know, don't all the girls drink the, what do you call it? What is it? The pre-mixed stuff? Teen pregnancy in a bottle? Brendan, ironically, I'm from Sydney, yet I'm probably the only lefty here. Oh, no, I'm sure we got tons of them. Hang on, let's just see what the like to dislike ratio is. Let's just see. Oh, yeah, we're not doing too bad. Yeah, there's two lefties here. "6 minutes until curfew" from Nico. Two people who hate freedom of speech. How is Afterpay doing so well? We'll have to see. We'll have to see. J-Rod is asking, when do you think house prices will crash? I don't know, mate. I don't. What else can they do to keep it going? Just think of the most unlikely thing that could happen. I'm going to go through that report from the RBA. I'll do that tomorrow. But what else could they throw at it to keep it going? I think they could probably push people onto interest only, to do whatever they can, you know, more payments to people, maybe direct mortgage payments from the government. Can you see that happening? Maybe negative interest rates. Brendan thinks the dollar will crash instead. I mean, they could just as well print our money to high heaven and inflate everything away. Ray's telling him to go to Martin North. Yep. How are we going here? Just going through the comments. Have you seen the latest video by the World Economic Forum on Common Pass? No, I haven't. Is it good? Should I do a video on it? Maybe I will. Maybe I'll do another live stream. Is it as bad as it sounds? I mean, it certainly is interesting times. Stephen is asking how my work is going. Well, we're going okay, but we're in a funny situation. I've scaled my business back now where I don't have any staff anymore. It's just Rachel and myself, and we've got one big project which is just coming to an end. I'll have to, once I get some photos, I'll share them with you. There's a 500 people, a student school extension. And we've got another job that's just on the wings that may come over and a lot of little stuff. But I'm not too worried. You know, I'm at a position now where I can say no to work I don't want to do. So we're fine. We're good. But, I mean, that's been through decisions we've made. If I had staff now, I would be in the shits. If I was where we were a couple of years ago when I had, staff and an office, we would be going under, I think. We'd be going under. So I've kind of worked it out really well, to be honest. But it is getting a little quiet. It's starting to get quiet. But then again, I'm not going out there looking as hard as I used to. I'm more waiting for people to come to me. It's kind of a good situation to be in. Really, you want to be in the position where you can just say, nope, I don't want to work on that shit. Whereas when I used to have, when I had like 4 or 5 people under me, then Rachel and other people working for us, I'd need to just take anything I could just to keep the machine going. That was the challenge. I should have taken Arnold Schwarzenegger's advice, get FU money, so you can turn down the crappy jobs or the crappy projects. And we go, Tambourine Village, you should build a stealth van. Okay, I don't know what you're talking about there. Alan Hawkins, Australia's honeymoon of reliable GDP growth is over. I should look it up here so I can see when you see it on the chat. They will, yeah, I mean, if you have a counter narrative to what's portrayed by the media, you kind of get slammed as a nutter, don't you? Thank you for the super chat, Mahish. Did I get it right? Appreciate it very much. Thank you. It's probably going to get a rum tonight. Rotman, that's not Dick Smith pushing cryptocurrency, mate. That's all a scam. That's all a scam. It's not Dick Smith. Don't do any of that. Okay? Ignore it. Ignore it. None of this special shit to buy crypto. You just go to an exchange if you want to buy it. There's lots of cons out there with crypto. Florian, that's the beer talking. Which one? Which comment? Has your wife, Catman, has your wife let you buy more silver? Well, we have a deal. I think every $5,000 I get a savings. $1,000 goes towards an investment. And at the moment, I'm contemplating looking at some different share market investments. I'm happy with my silver at the moment. I want to look at some other things. I'd like to get just some passive stuff. I don't want to go all in silver or gold. Because even if it all goes to shits, there's still going to be businesses that are valuable assets. So that's the way to do it. But I'm not allowed to, she still wants us to do the house. So I need to put money aside for that. Silver mine investment. Yes, no, I've gone in one. Yeah, still looking around. Dark Helmet is, well, yeah, he's selling a silver because he bought his, what, you bought rolls at 20 or something and you're selling them to buy? Ray is saying buy shares in miners that dig it up. I bought some SLV, but we'll see. I want to look at some stuff that can get some dividends. Some boring things. I may just stack up a bit of cash, to be honest, and wait for the market to correct it a little bit. Andrew's made $2.5 grand on gold. Congratulations, mate. Good work. And Cora is suggesting compounding crypto. All that that DeFi stuff, I think a lot of it is just the self-perpetuating cycle. You can't, putting one crypto to borrow another crypto, then to get another crypto, I'm worried it's going to be a bubble. Don't forget, half of that will be taxed. Half of everything will be taxed, mate. That's what we have in this country, Agent Smith has 2,000 shares in. Oh, Joel G is asking, do I still mine crypto? No, mate, I don't. I mined it back a couple of years ago. I had this computer, pretty much when we were getting quiet and I let the staff go, I turned the office just into a crypto mine. Every single workstation was mining. And I made about, probably $100 of Ethereum or something, I don't know. And I 10x'd it. And then I got my power bill. I 10x'd it on an IPO, then I got my power bill. So I broke even. It wasn't worth it. In Australia, electricity is so expensive, it's just not worth mining. Back then, at least with the graphics cards I had. It's a hobby. It's a hobby. What you want to do is you want to get accommodation where, like in the student dorms where power was included, then you mine it there and you use it as a heater. But still, you need a solar farm. Yeah, but you got to buy the panels or everything like that. You need free electricity to do it. Free electricity, but then your equipment gets worn out. Take care, brick on Astra. Brick on a string. Take care, mate. So yeah, that's with the crypto mining. I mean, it's fun. What about when you want to play games? What are you talking about, machines, or are you talking to someone else? That's the thing. If you want to play computer games, you can't mine crypto. Or I use all my graphics cards for architectural rendering. Invest in lead and copper. Andrew's asking, what drawing package am I using? We use Revit, mate. We originally used ArchiCAD, but we've been using Revit. We got 2019 and I just rent 2020 when I need it. We've got 5 seats of it. Yeah, I mean, it's the same as any other. I like it because it can work with my point clouds. I scan stuff with that. It's all good. Fast and easy. I use a bit of Blender as well. John Doe is seeing a lot of cars parked for sale. Connor's suggesting investing in adult entertainment. Perhaps. DHMC, well, I can tell you down here in Comedy Victoria, top quality Australian made woodwork with traditional joinery made to last isn't worth jack crap at the moment. No one's buying, is it, mate? Brendan hates Revit, AutoCAD Advanced Steel is much better. They're different things, mate. They're different things. You don't use Revit for steel shop drawings, mate. You use it for architecture. You know, steel shop drawings need to be done in a different package, not in Rivet. I can only go down to 2 mil accuracy because I'm an architect. I don't need to be that accurate. It's for you guys, your problem. You know? I just need to make sure your shit fits in. Just get me, what is it, an IGS file? All good. All good. AutoCAD 23, does that exist? Or 2020? Oh, we've got a SolidWorks users. Palladium, I've never thought about it. Not for years, not since people were spruiking it as a efficient, what was it, efficient conductor. Ray Palmer uses FreeCAD, I looked at that. ArchiCAD is good. Does anyone on Inventor? That'd be more industrial designers or engineers, really. Wouldn't be architects. I play with it a bit. I think a guy I rented my scanner to, he used Inventor to model up a whole lot of stuff for a meatworks. The Rotman is leaving Victoria. Yeah, mate. Chalk and pavement, that's another way to draft. That's the old-fashioned way. Still works. Pencil and paper. My old man used to draft everything by hand. He used to draft it all by hand. We could see he was getting really old when he got really... his accuracy really dropped, really. Oh, here we go. Saturn, what's your opinion? Pay down house within a few years or invest in stock market? I heard stock market is due for another drop. There's the question, mate. I mean, how would you feel if you put a whole lot of money in the stock market and you lost 20 or 30%? Would you feel better, or would you rather have that off your house? Or what if you put it off your house and then the stock market went up 20 or 30%? Would you feel happy or would you not? And you got to look at your risk profile and then you got to think about that, mate. Because I could go either way. Majority of mine I'd be putting off the house, but it's up to you. You know. Do a bit of both. Do a bit of both. You know? Can't hurt. Can't live at the ASX. I'm sure you could, if you were nice. Nico, thank you very much for the super chat, mate. I appreciate it. Nothing better than eating a steak and watching Heise at the same time. Like, what type of steak is it, mate? Let us know in the comments. What type of steak is it? You wait till you see this. Rachel's editing this video together, not like the stuff I produce. She's actually putting in effort. And she's like filling up the freezer and putting all this stuff in there, and it's good. Minute steak. That's bullshit. That's not a steak. Don't listen to him. Brendan's line. Minute steak. That's like when you go to a restaurant and you get a bloody minute steak. Kiyako85 is asking, I just noticed that on Twitch about using a virtual machine to mine instead. Not really. Not really. Oh, you get all these people buying to mine online, and it's kind of a scam, really. You don't make any money unless crypto is quite high. Rump steak salted with kiwi fruit. Smash it. I feel it. I feel it is steak. WA is heading for another mining boom, really? Do you think China fueled? You're not having much luck with the stocks there, Dark. Mate, I think you know, keep going with the on-selling of the silver. on the eBay. Stock market is better for long-term dividends. With smart investment, Dad made a bit on gold mining shares but had to sell up this month after another stroke. He loved share trading. Yeah. You're right there, Thomas. Uncommon sense. At this rate, you may want to invest in a herd of cattle. Now, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. I would love to have a little bit of land out in Toowoomba and just a couple of cows. Why not? Get them slaughtered, fatten them up. I know an engineer that does that. You know? Get some regenerative farming going and then get people doing tours. I shouldn't talk about food. I'm not going to eat for a couple of days. Jason, well, go do it. I was thinking the same. Yeah, okay, mate. We should talk to the missus. Jason's an old friend. Get the wives to do it. I need to get this place fixed up first. I wouldn't want to sell out. I want to get something cheap. You know? Ryan's putting all his hopes in Flight Center. Buy high and sell low works every time. The problem is it's psychology with trading. It really is psychology. A lot of it. You got to be able to handle it. You know? Has anyone here seen Yuri Bezmenov? Yes, and who's now famous in, what is it, Call of Duty? The new one there, finally going mainstream. The kids will keep you poor. Nah, mate. You just don't buy them shit. Simple. It's easy not to spoil kids. I don't know why people think the kids cost much. It's all bullshit. You know? You just don't buy them stuff. All they want is attention. You know? Or if they want to do it, they need to earn it. Earn the money. Wait till they grow up, then they get a job. I had a job at 15. Why not? Teach them to be entrepreneurs. Get them making, you know, content or products or computer games to sell online. You want money, you got to earn it. It's the best skill you can teach someone. Take them in this future. You know? Or get them a trade. Wives keep you poor from Con. Anthony has the solution. Buy a big box of goodies for yourself and they can play with the box. Yeah, or you get the box for free from Aldi. No, from Bunnings when you buy some tools. There you go. Or work tools. Even better. Which is true. That's all they want. They want to play with stuff. Like, they were playing out there in the backyard. You know, building stuff and fighting over things. And you give them a shovel. You know, you give them a shovel and say, there you go, you can dig a hole, do whatever you want. There's a hose. It doesn't cost anything. It's play. It's fun. They get older, then they can earn money. I had a job at 14. Who didn't? It's normal, isn't it? Actually, let us know, guys. How old were you when you got your first job? I mean, my first job was horrible. It was at Woolies, Surfers Paradise. It was good though, actually. Met a lot of people, interesting clients, customers you get through at the Woolies and Surfers, I tell you. 15. Hey kids, let's play Paint the House. Yeah, I'm trying that one. Wait, Rachel won't let me. She won't let me. $11 and 9 months, 18, but it's illegal to work at 15. No, it's not. It's not illegal to work at 15. The Rotman was going to get his hunting license back. We got opinions. He got 12, 15. Worked at 16, 12 paperboy. Oh, I had a paperboy job. That sucked. Jason's first job was at Macca's. Kids were a little more working than at school. First job was at 13, selling war memorabilia. Made my own money diving in Gold Coast ponds. Florian, your kids can make your household sustainable if they live with you until you're 30. Well, that may need to happen. We're designing the house in such a way that they could come back with a partner and have their own little space. Like, we could cordon off a portion of the house and turn it into a little semi-private studio. Yeah, that's the plan. And they can save up for a deposit. You got to plan for these things, guys. That's life. That's life. Multi-generational living. You know? Making concrete floors of 14 golf balls. Yeah. Feeding cows, calves, and getting the herd moving in the morning. Delivering papers at 10. So you got a whole lot of people here working. You'll even go more bald. Oh, mate, I can't go any more bald. This is it. This is the Heise look right here. That's the extent. Sold cigarettes and cigarettes and weed. I've got a mate who used to do that. He's now an upstanding business person. You know? Does that really count, though? Entrepreneur, yep. God only made so many hairs, the rest he covered with hair. That's good. That's good. I like that one. Is Heise a German name? Yes, it is. Hey, Jerry, welcome back. Yeah, I'm still going. Just chatting, really. Answering questions. Have you seen all the protests in Western countries? How long until Australia joins in? Weren't they trying to get those happening in Victoria and they kind of got crushed? Do you think Australia will join in? I mean, look at what we're seeing here, guys. Look at what we're seeing here. We'll have to see. Is anything getting organised here in Queensland? They were organising one, but then they pulled it down. Kirshen or doesn't think it'll happen here. Zebra, ZYZ Zebra. How often do you make a live chat? There's no really regular schedule, mate. Really, only when I feel like it. I try and do it every now and then. But this has been kind of had a few rums in me, and I wanted to go through this thing, and I thought it'd be interesting to talk to. I'll try and do it more often, but you know, it's just how it goes. Matthew's saying, too lazy here, too many unemployment benefits. Yeah, mate. Why am I going to go protest? You know, I'll go to the beach. See, have a great day is saying just organise a BLM protest. Wear t-shirts and then take the mic on stage. But here's the big difference. Here's the argument I'm going to make. Now, I'm going to say that the average person who is a BLM protester is not going to have, let's just say, perhaps, how do I put this politely? As much wealth, success, or achievements as the average person that is critical of the restrictions on their freedoms. Do you think that'd be a fair call? You know, that's what I think. So then you've got people who probably have achieved something, probably have businesses, probably don't want to lose their reputation. In the corporate world, you have to be, polite and friendly, and you can't risk it. What's the damage? What difference are you going to make? That's why. I mean, look at the photos of them. I've met some of them. Whingy little kids, really. Some of them. Oh, in the US is a different story. I'm talking about over here. The organisers of the BLM protests were the Australian Communist Party. There you go. There you go. See? Never achieved anything. I mean, you know, they got nothing to lose. And this is the thing. Too many people aren't pushed up against the wall yet. They're not pushed up against the wall. Everyone's comfortable. We're not even seeing the reality of this recession. So I think it'd have to go a bit longer. Thanos is planning a protest on the 5th of September. I don't know who Thanos is. Is he someone online? Is Yemeni organising something? Because that party he was involved in, that kind of died. I mean, that's the thing. You got everyone wants to start their own political party here in Australia. There's so many of them, so many micro ones. It's like a hodgepodge. Everyone gets lost and people just don't pay attention to it. Agents Smith meme to make the protest viable you need like 50,000 people. That's the thing, you need the numbers. That's why BLM was successful. They had the numbers. Will you get the numbers for a protest to this? When looking at these numbers here, how many people are in support of the lockdowns? And I know people are saying it's fake, but we've seen here in this audience, majority of us are not TV consumers. We don't consume mainstream media. We're not the demo. We're not the demo. So, what is it? You know, how many of them want lockdowns here? 75% want the restaurants to be allowed. You know? So, that's the thing. That's the thing. When the money runs out, it'll get interesting. Will it, though? Maybe. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Agent Smith is asking, I wonder if the polls would be different if they asked small business owners. Yeah, you're right. That would be interesting to see, wouldn't it? What the numbers would say there. Would certainly be interesting to see what the numbers would say there. Well, guys, how long have we been going for this stream? Oh, boy. We've nearly been going for 2 hours. Yeah. Thomas is going, the money won't run out. It just won't buy you anything. That's what I think. That's the risk. They'll keep printing. Yeah, but Metalhead. Mate, I think a lot of people do. I think a lot of people do. You know? Andrew's going, I think a lot of people think the ends justify the means. Yeah. Well, there are a lot of people through history who've argued for that, aren't there? Ryan's saying the upside to minute steak, it takes a minute to cook. Quick and easy. Well, you could, mate, if you're brave, look at the whole movement to eat, like, you know, there's the carnivore diet. Then there's the people that say, no, you're too soft. You're a soft carnivore. If you cook your meat, you got to eat it raw. Then you don't need to cook it. Look it up on YouTube. That's the whole other thing. It's a whole thing. Tastes like butter. I've tried it. But you got to be very careful. That's how you get food poisoning if there's any contamination. Roscoe is telling me finish Ayn Rand. It's on the list, mate. It's on the list. Don't worry. I got to paint the house first. Maybe I should get an audiobook and then listen to it while I'm painting. That's probably going to be the easiest way to do it. Because I can't just sit and read too often. You know, if I got free time, I'll paint a wall right now. Here we go. Steve-O's clips. The Dandenong numbers are lower than the BLM numbers because on the day before, the police announced that they wouldn't be arresting any BLM protesters. Freedom protesters are arrested and beaten. Well, there you go. There you go. Well, it's almost as if it has something to do with the political side of your agenda, doesn't it? Perhaps Ayn Rand and Mises to be compulsory reading at school. I'd just be happy if they got started making them watch some bloody Dave Ramsey so people understand a little bit about budgeting. You know, is that asking too much? Ray's asking if we've had a zucchini meal. We've kind of gone carnivore. We've gone carnivore, so we eat very little fruit and veg at all. So we've kind of gone even more extreme than keto. So yeah, but we did go through some of that stage. But one of the advantages of going carnivore, it's a lot easier to cook a lot quicker. Rachel made some really nice meatballs today. So guys, it's coming up to 8:30. You know what? What I might do, if you want to stay around for the chat, I'm just going to get a coffee or a drink of water and I'll come back, okay? I'll be back in a sec. Okay. Don't drink water out of a tap anywhere in Australia. No, don't worry. It's mineral water. So what I was thinking I would do for something a bit different, what I'll do is, let's see if this will work. Let's have a look at the Victorian. Should have another rum. No, I've run out of them. So just while we're chatting, Jason's giving me shit about drinking mineral water. La-di-da. The wife buys it, mate. Don't give me crap. Let's have a look. I've discovered this simulation of the Victorian border crossing process. Okay, an accurate simulation of the Victorian border process, everyone. And I thought we might have a look at that. What do you think? What do you think? While we're continuing with the chat. Okay, and let me know in the comments if you can guess what this simulation might be, since I've just started up Steam. Where is it? Okay, I'll put this... So this is an accurate simulation, everyone, of what Victoria, the border crossing in Victoria, is going to be. 100% accurate, using advanced AI to simulate it. Hang on. I'll put it down. There we go. So while we're chatting, I'll start some papers, please. Why not? If you haven't seen this, this is... Ooh, I haven't played this in ages. Let's delete this all. There is no undo. How do I delete this? This is a new... Okay, this is a game called Papers, Please. And it is a... Well... it's a game where you are a border guard in like a Soviet type of country. So it's pretty fun. I mean, it's ludicrous. You know? I wanted to get a mod for it. Congratulations. See, the Labour Lottery. The October Labour Lottery is complete. Your name was pulled. There you go. There we go. Dark Helmet remembers it. For immediate placement, report to the Ministry of Admission at the Gretzky border checkpoint. An apartment will be provided for you and your family in East Gredston. Expect a Class 8 dwelling. So here you go, guys. Here you go. I mean, this is the communist utopia that everyone's hoping for, isn't it? Glory to Aristotska. Should be glory to Victoria, hey? You know? This is my childhood. Not quite. Not quite. Not quite. So we can walk to work. Dein Ausweis bitte. Wo wollen Sie hin? Ja. Ja. Okay, how can we... Okay. Yeah, it does look like an Amiga 25. Oh, how do I do this? Anyone remember Leisure Suit Larry? The Asian capitalists. Yeah, I think I saw them. I haven't watched them in a while. You know? So we'll at least do one little bit just to give everyone an understanding of it. And this is a very popular game, this one. This is a very popular game. And such a simple premise. And the graphics are so simple. So, and you work as a border guard. So you work as a border guard. So let's... Okay. Let's call someone here. You look at their papers. Stamp the passport entry. Entry is restricted to Aristotskan residents or citizens only. So what will I do? I'll approve it. There we go. She can go into Victoria. Thank you very much. Thank you. Let's get another one. Come on. Oh boy. So, nope, we can deny it. Oh. So this is the game. It gets more and more complex. You have to check their passports, you have to compare it to other things, and, you know, you get to play as a border guard, and there's a whole story, and you get to eventually, you know, escape from the country. Thank you for your service to Victoria's stand. So you can see why. You can see why I think this would be great to modify, get a mod. Oh, wait, do they look the same? Yep. To get a mod for it, to turn it into Victoria. It'd be a bit funny, you know? And eventually terrorists come and all of that stuff. I'm anxious that Heise isn't keeping up with the comments. I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you. Stotska, we'll get him in. So that's it. That's it. What do you reckon? Do you think I should mod it? Do you think I should mod it, guys? Glory to Danistan. Jason thinks I should mod it. Just Reich thinks I should mod it. How dare you, Heise? How dare you? Put Victoria police guards in it. Well, yeah. I mean, might be worth it. I should find out how hard it would be to mod. It would be bloody funny. At least get some shirts made up. You know? At least get some shirts made up. It's insane, how dare you. They've cracked 50k. I'm not sure, are you talking about this other channel? Wasn't that the two Chinese capitalist guys, or was it something else? So Nico's asking if anyone from Melbourne's planning to move to Queensland. So we've got a few Victorians in the chat. How many of you are planning to leave? The gag order on the victims of sexual assault in Victoria. Yes, I mean, I haven't really looked into it, to be honest. It seems odd. It seems really odd. But I know I need to look into it closely, because it could be, what if there was two parties involved, or three parties, and one doesn't want to be known and one, it could be quite complicated. There could be a reason behind it that I'm not aware of. The media tends to just jump on things like that. So there has to be some reasoning behind it. There has to be. I mean, because Hinch, he used to, you know, go all on about it, talking out, and now look at him. He's voting for lockdowns. He's voting for restrictions. He was going to vote for a 12-month continuation. He's actually the biggest person, the biggest disappointment in Victorian Parliament has been Hinch. Moving from Melbourne to Sydney, wish he was moving overseas. Or he'd moved. Pub test, there should be no naming in media until there's a conviction. I thought that was the case, isn't it? Dark Helmet hasn't met any socialist or commies here in the middle of country Victoria. Thomas has taught, yep, it's good old hunch. Heise.exe stopped working. Oh, what do you mean? Oh, I just changed the screen. I changed the screen. Or have I, Snake is thinking about moving from Brizzy to Melbourne. Unemployment's pretty high here, mate. I'd start making calls for drafting now. But the quality of life is good. Weather's great. Skynet loves watching the Victorian helicopters. I need to put something. Well, here, what we'll do is... there. I moved from Victoria after I graduated to Iowa in the US because I couldn't find a job in chemistry. Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, we're not an advanced economy. How many people have to move overseas to get a good job? That's the way it is, isn't it? We have a brain drain here. Snake likes hiking the Glasshouse Mountains. I need to go do some more hiking. That'll be good. So boys asking, how do you move? Yeah, you gotta let them open. You gotta wait for them to open up again. Well, guys, I'm getting a bit tired. Thanks for watching. And I will see you all in the next video. Take care. I'm getting tired. What's your favorite truth channel? I don't watch any truth channels. I don't know what that is. I relax when I watch YouTube. You know. Right now I'm watching LGR or Worth a Buy for old game reviews. So yeah. So what is it? I need to get my my US video done. Maybe not tonight. Anyway, guys, take care. I'll see you all tomorrow.